just now came. Let me see where it was.
We are unable to understand you, sir.
Someone send the meeting and start again, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Wajid, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Yeah, power went off and came back.
Now it's clear, sir.
Very good. Thank you very much for listening to me. Please inform all your friends to join, please. Power has come back. Now we have to come back. Okay. We are starting now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at, this is what we are discussing yesterday, sir. You take sulfur and you burn it in a chamber, or you can take iron sulfide and heat it. Heating iron sulfide is called roasting if you are heating in air. So you pass air and burn sulfur. Can you see it clearly? When you have burned sulfur, you get SO2 gas with a matchstick burnt smell. So you are passing SO2 and oxygen into this chamber where you have to remove the dust. This is called a dust precipitator. From here, you pass into a tower where there is a shower. The shower will remove the dirt and dust particles of the SO2 and oxygen mixture. Then you pass these gases and expose them to a spray of concentrated sulfuric acid. See, you are trying to prepare sulfuric acid, still you have to use sulfuric acid to clean. So concentrated sulfuric acid spray cleanses the SO2 oxygen mixture from water vapors. Now, this cleansed SO2 and O2 are passed into arsenic purifier. Arsenic purifier is a chamber where you keep iron oxide, hydrated iron oxide. Hydrated iron oxide will absorb the arsenic impurities. From there, you pass it to a heater where you heat to 720 K. Then you pass the mixture, hot mixture into the platinized asbestos or vanadium pentoxide. Platinized asbestos chamber that is...
Sir, please write the steps in whiteboard, sir.
What did you say? Hello?
Sir, you are telling steps now, sir. Please write that in whiteboard, sir.
I could not come again.
Sir, what you are writing, we cannot see on the whiteboard, sir. We are seeing only whiteboard only.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You
It
could
is
have
not
told
present
me.
on.
Yeah, the power fluctuation has taken a...
Sir, only we can hear you, sir.
No problem, sir. You take the sulfur and pass it very air through it and hot air. When the sulfur is strongly heated, the sulfur will burn down to give SO2 and oxygen. The sulfur dioxide and oxygen is passed through a dust precipitator where the dust is removed. Then you pass it through a spray of water where further dust will be cleansed. Further, you pass it through concentrated sulfuric acid to remove the moisture. The dry sulfur dioxide and oxygen are passed through a arsenic purifying container having hydrated iron oxide. The hydrated iron oxide will absorb arsenic As2O3 impurity. Then it is passed through a preheating device at 720 K. Temperature is 720 K. And it maintains a pressure of 2 bar. Even that is important. And then it is passed into this catalytic chamber that contain either platinum. You can use platinum as a catalyst, but that is very expensive. It is platinized asbestos or cheaper vanadium pentoxide. Either of these can help the sulfur dioxide and oxygen to combine to give SO3. The SO3 gas is passed into a quad pellets containing chamber into which you pass concentrated H2SO4. The H2SO4 will absorb and it will give H2S2O7 called oleum. The oleum is diluted with water to get double the amount of H2SO4. You will be wondering, sir, why the SO3 is here treated with H2SO4? Instead of this H2SO4, directly you can use water. You can get water plus SO3 gives H2SO4. You are trying to prepare sulfuric acid, so you can prepare like this, you can ask. But the problem is, if you directly dissolve it in water, H2SO4 is in the form of fumes. It is very difficult to condense those fumes. So we don't dissolve in water. Instead, we dissolve it in sulfuric acid to get H2S2O7. This H2S2O7, when added with water, you will be getting 2H2SO4. Got it? This is how H2SO4 is prepared. All this is called contact process. Notice, if you are adding more water, you get diluted sulfuric acid. But here there is a very important instruction to you. If you want to dilute sulfuric acid in a chamber, in a container, you take water. In the water, you add concentrated sulfuric acid. You should never do otherwise. What is otherwise, sir? First, you should take water, then you should add sulfuric acid. You should never take first sulfuric acid. You should never take sulfuric acid and add water. If it is sulfuric acid, and if you are adding water, sulfuric acid will react with water, absorb it violently and splash on your face. So you should never add water to sulfuric acid. Instead, what you should do? Hello. What you should do?
Sulfuric acid to water, sir.
First, you should take water to that drop sulfuric acid. You should add. That is the way to dilute it. That is very important. Otherwise, you will be in danger. So this is how sulfuric acid is prepared. The sulfuric acid is an oily liquid with a specific gravity of 1.84. Means its density is 1.84 grams per ml. It means almost it is having double the density of water. It means if you take 1 liter of sulfuric acid, its weight will be 1.84 kgs. Sulfuric acid is heavier. And its boiling point is really very high, 611 K. It won't give any bubbles at 200 K, 300 K, 400 K, 500 K, no. So sulfuric acid is used to identify melting points of solids. Okay. Sulfuric acid can give 2 types of salts. Those which are having something like HSO4 minus ions, those which have sulfate ions. Slowly we are doing, don't worry. First you take H2SO4 and you add water. 1 H plus is removed to get HSO4 minus and H3O plus. To what extent this happens is indicated by Ka, acid dissociation constant. Ka is an equilibrium constant that indicates how much H3O plus forms. The larger the value of Ka, more number of H plus it is giving. For strong acids, Ka value is high. So first H plus ion comes very easily, hence Ka value is much large, greater than 10. For second H plus, HSO4 minus can give 1 more H plus to give sulfate ions. To give second H plus, Ka value is really less. 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 2. It means that Sulfuric acid can easily give first H plus, and it is not much interested to give second H plus, but it can give both. So therefore, sulfuric acid can give two types of salts. First type of salt has HSO4 minus ions, like NaHSO4, sodium hydrogen sulfate. Another type of salt is Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. Are you very clear, sir? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Sir, the acid forms how many types of salts? Two types, two series. Normal sulfates like Na2SO4, CuSO4, acid sulfates, NaHSO4. If a salt can give some more H plus ion, it is called acidic salt. Acid salt is NaHSO4. Sulfuric acid is really very less volatile. Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sulfuric acid is not having a tendency to become vapors. So really it is used to find melting points of salts. There are three important ideas of sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid, when it adds with the salts like NaCl, NaBr, NaNO3, NaF, the salt NaF can become HF. NaNO3 can become HNO3. NaCl can become HCl. So whenever you want to prepare HF, HCl, HNO3, you can use corresponding salt and react with sulfuric acid. Now you get a doubt. Sir, can I prepare HI using this method? So if I react NaI with sulfuric acid, am I getting HI and Na2SO4? Answer is no. Why no? Because HI is not a very stable compound. HI will decompose to give iodine. Sulfuric acid can convert HI into I2. HI bond is weak. Down a group, the hydride's bond strength will decrease. If you take family of halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, HF, HCl, HBr, HI. HI bond is very weak. Suppose if you look at the hydrides of 16th group, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, H2O, H2S, H2Se, H2Te, H2PO, which molecule is unstable?
H2PO.
H2PO. If you take hydrides of 15th group, NH3P, H3AS, H3, SbH3, BiH3, which hydride is very unstable?
BiH3.
Like that, the HI is less stable in presence of sulfuric acid. HI will become iodine. Therefore, you can't prepare HI in this method. What are the other properties of sulfuric acid? It can take away water from sugars. If you put sugar in sulfuric acid, C12H22O11 sugar, if I put sugar in sulfuric acid, all the water is taken away by sulfuric acid, you get carbon. This is called a dehydrating property. Formula of sugar is C12H22O11. Yes. Hello.
If there is bromine in place of iodine, what will happen, sir? In the above.
If there is
Bromine.
NaBr, NaI will break down to give first HBr, HI, but that HBr, HI will undergo oxidation with sulfuric acid to give Br2 and I2. Because HBr, HI bond can be easily broken and they Br minus I minus are oxidized by sulfuric acid to give you Br2 and I2. Because H2SO4 is an oxidizing agent. Notice, it cannot oxidize HF and HCl. Here is a very, very important. Hello, should I have to mute you? Hello, I don't want to mute students. Sir.
Parmat, yeah, mic is on.
Unfortunately, no, students are not muted their mics. I have to mute you. If you want to talk, then you unmute yourself. Please. If you waste time means we are in trouble. We have to complete this. We are spending more time on this. Sir, sulfuric acid is an oxidizing agent. Therefore, it will oxidize HBr, HF, HI. It can't oxidize HF and HCl. because HF-HCl bonds are strong. Sulfuric acid is an oxidizing agent. It can take away electrons from others. But notice, nitric acid, HNO3, is a more powerful oxidizing agent than sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is a better oxidizing agent than phosphoric acid. That is the order. What other property sulfuric acid is having? It can remove water from sugars. It is called charring of sugar. If you put C12H22O11 in sulfuric acid, it will take away water to give carbon. Similarly, if I put metals like copper, non-metals like sulfur, carbon, all they undergo oxidation. Copper become copper plus 2, copper sulfate. Sulfur become S plus 4, SO2. Carbon will become C plus 4, CO2. All the copper, sulfur, carbon will be oxidized along with the evolution of SO2 gas when they react with sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is very important. We talked about sulfuric acid. Are we very clear about it, sir? Hello? Are we very clear about it?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
Sir,
Yes.
to
Yes, sir.
manufacture sulfuric acid, what is the first step? The method is called contact process, burning sulfur or sulfide both. Second step is converting SO2 to SO3 by using a catalyst like platinum or vanadium pentoxide. Third step is absorbing SO3 in sulfuric acid to give oleum. Fourth step is adding water to oleum to get double the amount of sulfuric acid. Under what conditions SO2 and oxygen will combine? They require a temperature of 720 K. They require a pressure of 2 bars and they require a catalyst like vanadium pentoxide. Sir, what other types of acids sulfur can make? Means so many. There are 4 types of acids given by sulfur. Us acids, sulfurous acid, thionous acid, dithionous acid, us acids. In us acids, the simplest one is H2SO3, sulfurous acid. In these us acids, sulfur oxidation state is always less than 6. It can be +4, +5, etc. Sulfuric acid. In sulfuric acid, in this type of weak acids, sulfur oxidation state is always +6. In peroxy acids, always they have a OO bond. And then you have thionic acids where there is a SS bond. Sulfur is making so many oxy acids. The NCERT book gave only formula. Notice H2SO3 sulfurous acid, H2S2O3 thiosulfuric acid, H2S2O4 dithionous acid, H2S2O5, H2SXO6 polysulfuric acid, H2SO4 sulfuric acid, H2S2O7 pyrosulfuric acid, so on. Only they gave formula, nothing more. For IIT means this is enough. But anybody wants to know more about the oxy acids, if they have time, please look here. Please look here. This is sulfuric acid series. Can you see this, sir?
Yes,
Sulfuric acid series, we have 3 acids. Sulfuric acid. Yes, sir, one oxygen you put double bond O. Double
Arey,
bond
Abrar.
S.
Arey,
Hello, can you see
Abrar.
it, sir?
Arey,
Hello?
Abrar.
Why are you scolding Abrar? Hello?
Hello, Gandu, Arey. कहाँ है रे? अरे वो अबरार बोले. अरे वो माक्योड़ है कहाँ पे?
Sir, you remove him.
Why can't we request him to be silent? I see, or otherwise, I have to go back. It's okay. Let's ignore. It's okay. Now we request him to be silent, please. Okay. Sulfuric acid. In sulfuric acid, you have S double bond O, OH. Can you see its structure? Instead of one O, if I put sulfur, it is called thiosulfuric acid. Thio is a name for sulfur. And sir, if you have heated sulfuric acid, you get dithionic acid. which is having a structure like this. Can you see the structure of dithionic acid?
Yes, sir.
It is like sulfuric acid only, but two fellows have joined and lost water. Sir, in all these oxy acids, where they are ic acid, sulfur is +6. In this particular thiosulfuric acid, the terminal sulfur is -2, the central sulfur is +6. Average is of course +2. So these are three ic acids. I have shared this book, you can see yourself if you have bought. Only for
Yes, sir.
advance, you may have to study it. For mains, no need to study all this. The dithionic acid is H2S2O6. It is direct having a link between sulfur and sulfur. All the oxy acids which have SS bond are called thionic acids. If there are so many sulfurs in between, then this is polythionic acid. Can you see it, sir? Sir,
Yes.
if two SOOH groups are linked by oxygen, it is dithionic acid. If there is a direct link between them, it is dithionic acid. See the difference? It is disulfuric acid. It is a dithionic acid. It is polythionic acid. Sir, in peroxy acids, there is a mistake in the diagram in the Narayana book. This is, now it is. The mistake is here it is not O, it is sulfur. Let us correct it. I can't correct in this book. I don't know. I'm not allowed to correct here. Here, this is not O, it is sulfur. It is a mistake.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
correct yourself? The
Yes,
central sulfur is locked to double bond O, and there is a mistake like here you have to have two O's. This diagram is wrong. For H2SO4, the diagram they gave is wrong. For H2S2O8 called Marshall acid, the structure is correct. Now, Caros acid, H2SO5, monosulfuric peroxysulfuric acid structure is wrongly given. I will draw the correct structure. Sir, please look at the correct structure which I am drawing. Peroxomonosulfuric acid is like this.
अरे वाबरार रे अरे वो माक्यलोड़े गांडू चूतिए कहाँ पे
Okay, sir. It is
Hello.
peroxo mono
हेलो वाबरार
sulfuric
हेलो
acid.
अरे वो रे माक्योड़े मादर चल साले कहाँ पे
Sir, may I know what is the name of the gentleman who is to be removed? Hello?
Don't know.
Then I will mute all of you. For once and for all, you can text me whatever you want. Okay, sir? Because we have no time to really. We have no time to.
Sir, you enable waiting room.
I have muted all of you. Okay? Because waiting room also I kept. Don't worry our silly things. You know. Now, are we understanding what is peroxomonosulfuric acid, sir? It has a vowel linkage. Notice, even in peroxosulfuric acid, sulfur is +6. So, this is the list of oxy acids of sulfur. Now, what is we are trying to talk? We are trying to talk about the oxy acids of sulfur. How many types of oxy acids are there? 4 types. What are those 4 types? Acids, sulfuric acids, thionic acids, and peroxy acids. Of all these oxy acids, which is most important? Sulfuric acid is most important. Okay, sir. What are the uses of sulfuric acid? Petroleum refinery. It is used in fertilizer industries, used to make explosives, to clean metals called pickling of metals, and also as a laboratory reagent. Okay, sir? Are you very clear? In the textbook, they gave only names. You be familiar with only names. For mains, only that's enough. Don't bother much. Okay? Are you seeing the screen clearly? Now, ladies and gentlemen, what happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through aqueous solution of ferric salt? Sir, iron can be +3, iron can be +2. Iron +3 is called ferric, iron +2 is called ferrous. If you pass SO2 gas through ferric salt, sulfur dioxide has sulfur in +4 state. Sulfur dioxide can lose some electrons. It is called a reducing agent. So, when sulfur dioxide is losing electrons, your ferric will become ferrous and SO2 will become H2SO4. So what happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through ferric salt? What happens, sir? Ferric salt becomes ferrous salt. SO2 will become H2SO4. In this reaction, SO2 is losing electrons. It is called a reduction. Can you see? How is the presence of SO2 detected? SO2 has matchstick burnt smell. Number 2, if you pass sulfur dioxide through orange color dichromate solution, orange color dichromate solution becomes green color chromium ion, Cr+3. Therefore, whenever orange color is converted to green color by a gas, assume that this gas is sulfur dioxide. Are we clear about that, sir? Hello? Can you see? Hello? When sulfur dioxide is reacting with pink color permanganate will become colorless Mn+2 because permanganate is taking electrons from sulfur dioxide. Whenever sulfur dioxide is losing electrons, it will become sulfuric acid and the sulfur dioxide acts as reducing agent. What is the most important property of SO2? It is a reducing agent. What do you mean by reducing agent? It can lose electrons. How many electrons SO2 can lose? SO2 can lose each molecule 2 electrons to become sulfate ion. Which fellows can take electrons from SO2? Many fellows, like permanganate, which is having pink color, to become colorless Mn+2. Ferric ions, which have brown color, to become sky blue color ferrous ions. What other things SO2 can do? SO2 can remove the color of materials, bleaching action. How it removes the color of materials? By reduction. What do you mean by reduction? SO2 giving electrons to others. What happens when SO2 reacts with chlorine? Urgently, it will give SO2Cl2. It can eat away chlorine. Whenever they are making your fabric, the cloth for a dress material, the cloth will be very dirty. To clean the cloth which is dirty, they pass chlorine. Chlorine will remove the dirt. But if you keep the chlorine for a long time on the cloth, cloth will get holes. Cloth will become very, very weak. So only for 2 minutes or so we keep chlorine. Then chlorine is to be removed. To remove chlorine, sulfur dioxide is used. It is called anti-chlor. Anti-chlor. So SO2 plus Cl2 gives SO2Cl2, sulfuryl chloride. SO2 can combine with oxygen to give SO3. These are the properties of sulfur dioxide. Notice that sulfur dioxide is an acidic oxide and it can react with base like NaOH to give salt. Sulfur dioxide can react with sodium hydroxide to give Na2SO3. Like carbon dioxide can react with NaOH to give Na2CO3. Notice the Na2CO3 can again react with sulfur dioxide and water to give sodium bisulfate. The reaction I can write for SO2, similar reaction I can write for CO2. Why both are similar? Because SO2 is acidic, CO2 is also acidic. Both behave alike. What happens if I dissolve SO2 in water? I get H2SO3, sulfurous acid. What happens if I dissolve CO2 in water? I get H2CO3, carbonic acid. Have you noticed that SO2, CO2 are somewhat similar? But SO2 is a reducing agent. CO2 is not a reducing agent. Why like that? because sulfur can lose some more electrons. Carbon cannot lose some more electrons. Do you know how to prepare SO2? Simply burn sulfur in oxygen. Or take any sulfite salt, add acid. Or take any ore like iron sulfide, FeS2, just to heat it in oxygen. Do you know FeS2 is called fool's gold? Fool means brainless fellow. FeS2 is called fool's gold because it looks like gold, but it has no gold. FeS2 is a naturally occurring rock. When the FeS2 is heated with oxygen, you get Fe2O3 and SO2. This is how you prepare SO2, acidic oxide of sulfur. Sir, air is mainly polluted by SO2 because SO2 is coming out of combustion of petroleum like fuels. The SO2 can cause respiratory problems. It can cause tuberculosis and lung damage. Air is by and large polluted by SO2 nowadays. SO2, if there is in rainwater, makes rainwater acidic. Rainwater can damage marble constructions like Taj Mahal. Can you see that, sir? Sir, also I want you to kindly notice the sulfur is available in many different physical forms known as rhombic or crystalline sulfur, which is obtained by rolls of sulfur by heating. The rhombic or alpha sulfur is the most stable form of sulfur. It is a yellow crystalline solid. It is really soluble in CS2 but not in water. Notice that 1 centimeter cube, the special gravity of this is 2.06. It means the sulfur is somewhat heavy. 2.06 for every centimeter cube, it is 2 grams. If you take 1 centimeter cube of water, that is 1 gram only. But the sulfur, 1 centimeter cube is 2.06 grams heavy. When the sulfur is heated, see, you can make the monoclinic sulfur. How to do it? Just melt the rhombic sulfur and just to cool it, you will be getting one layer like, when milk, hot milk is cooled, you get a layer of cheese. Like that, molten sulfur